I remember the first time I learned about how to relate to men in a healthy way. I was about 32 years old, and it made me realize that I couldn't blame myself that I couldn't be in a good relationship because I didn't understand the nature of men until I was about 32. I was sitting at my friend's house named Silka, and she we used to sit for hours and just relax together. And we're old friends. We've known each other over 10 years. And we would just sit by each other's and we would tell stories and catch up with each other. She was really a homebody. And we would just drink coffee all day long with cream and sugar. And it was so sweet. I just loved visiting her. I loved how grounded she was. And I didn't really know much about men at that time. And so it seemed like I was messing everything up. And I just didn't know, I guess you could say I was a late bloomer and I wasn't observant enough. And so she had me watch a movie. And the movie was about animals, the animal kingdom. And it was all different kinds of animals. And it was showing how animals like to chase each other and the male animals like to chase. And the woman doesn't really have to do anything as far as she could just let the man chase her and just be still and wait for that man that notices her and wait for that man to chase her. And I was like, whoa, I was like, whoa, I watched it one time and boom, I had a 360-degree paradigm shift. And I was like, oh, that's my problem. I'm just running around doing whatever and not realizing that just being still and not trying and being calm and being centered and being in my own power and my own energy is what I should be doing. I shouldn't be running around, looking for love in all the wrong places. And so I watched this movie one time at 32. And I was just wishing I would have learned this, when I was like 14 or 13, right before I started dating. And so, wow, I just had this paradigm shift of, wow, I shouldn't be running around looking for love, looking for attention. I should just stay still and see who notices me, stay still and let someone chase me. And then I can find out who loves me. And so I had this paradigm shift from watching the Animal Kingdom with my good friend Silka. And I'm like, whoa, I'm doing it all wrong. And so I just calmed down and I stopped looking for love. I just kept, I kept my heart sheltered. I kept my heart protected. I didn't give my heart out. That way I could keep my heart sacred for my true love. And so I just stopped looking for love. And I just kept my heart, covered with layers of a shell of no one could hurt me. And I just waited for love. And then things, just started to bloom on their own. And I started to get noticed without trying. And I started to get noticed just by being myself and just being a normal girl. And it felt really, really good to change my mindset just from watching one movie and understanding the nature of men. And it took a few boyfriends, a few relationships of calming down and not looking till I finally did find love. And finally, when I have found love, I finally pulled back my heart, pulled back. I cracked it open. I cracked open that shell that I had been putting on my heart layer after layer after layer so no one could hurt me. And I finally found a man that I love, that loves me back. And I just cracked open that shell. And we both chose love. We both chose love at the same time. We both chose to love each other at the same time. And I myself just pulled back my layers of protection of my heart and just said, okay, I'm loving. I'm taking the risk now. I'm jumping full on. I'm jumping full in. And I'm not protecting my heart anymore. I'm giving my heart away right now. And that is my true love I'm with right now. I give my heart to him. And he gave his heart to me. And I remember the night that I chose to pull back all the layers of my heart. And actually it was just like a week or two into the relationship. And I just knew to be with this man and to be happy and for us to fall in love, I had to pull those layers off my heart. And it was just such a experience of being true to finding love. And so I decided to just get out of the car. I was on a road trip, just enjoying the countryside. It's about 20 miles away from Hilo. And I just said, hitchhiking isn't that easy, in the middle of the island or 20 miles away from Hilo. It's not easy. And I just said, I want to get out. I just felt in my heart to get out. And so I got out of the car and just decided I wanted to hitchhike to Kona. And I knew it was the right thing to do. I saw a big rainbow when I got out, and it was beautiful. And so I saw a rainbow, and I was like, I know what I'm doing is right. And I decided, I tried to hitchhike, and I didn't get picked up. I was out there a few hours, and no one picked me up. And so I was like, wow, I know God told me to do this. So I'm following what God tells me to do. And so I went down to the tunnel. I found a tunnel. I had to slide down a mountain, small mountain, a hill, I guess you could say. Slide down the hill to get to the tunnel. I went down to the tunnel and I said, wow, I don't know why I'm in here. I don't. But apparently this is supposed to happen. So I'm in the tunnel and why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I running? Why am I going across the island? Why? And I realized it was so I had time alone to break the shells off my heart. And that I just had time to just meditate on love. And so I was in the tunnel. And I also was like, this is so I care more about people that are homeless. Because I knew that there was people that had to sleep in a tunnel because that was all they had. And so I'm sleeping in the tunnel. Well, I did fall asleep for a minute, but mostly I was awake. And I meditated on love. I meditated on finally letting my heart go. And song came out of my heart right then in the tunnel. And it was called Rivers of Love Flowing Out of Me. And it went something like this. River of love flowing out of me. Can't wait till the break of dawn. That song is written and is on another channel of mine. It's a beautiful song about rivers of love flowing out of me. Can't wait for the break of dawn. And I just want to send you guys my love and let you know the beginning of falling in love for myself and the beginning of our love. And I just want to wish you a happy Easter. Aloha. God bless.